Hello, this is Mark Heath. I am a teacher of Transcendental meditation. I live in Brighton on the south coast, and I am one of the moderators for this Facebook group. And as promised in the introductory video, every Sunday, or at least every weekend, we're going to do a short Facebook Live, and we're going to cover different areas of the TM practice. We're going to begin today with a very simple view, looking at the TM technique with respect to what it is and what it isn't. In future Facebook Lives, we'll go into the nuances of the practice, how it works, how you learn more, and we'll speak to other teachers and maybe other people who already do TM. Today we're going to start simply and just cover those two points: what it is and what it isn't. So I'll begin with a sentence, and what we say is that transcendental meditation is a technique. It's a technique that you practice in here, and it allows you to experience quieter levels of thinking such that your mind becomes progressively more relaxed, more calm, more peaceful. When the mind does that, the body does too, because the mind and body are connected. So whilst you're meditating, your physiology, your mind-body system experiences deeper and deeper rest. That is very nice. It's a very pleasant experience. More importantly though, whenever your physiology experiences rest, it can self-repair. That means it gets rid of stress and fatigue. If we do that regularly, then we start to enjoy life more, because the system becomes more balanced. It starts to get rid of the obstacle or the obstructions of stress and fatigue, so we start to feel better on all levels. So that's TM in a nutshell, a bit of a big nutshell, and we'll go into some of those different areas in future broadcasts. So that's what it is. And to add a few extra points, it is very simple. It's not simplistic, and it's not a beginner's meditation. It's simple because it's very profound and elegant in the way it works. We can teach children to do it. If you're 88, you could do it, or even more. So you don't have to have a PhD or to be spiritual or to be already unstressed. So wherever you are, whatever you are, you can start doing the practice. So simple. Secondly, it's natural. It's natural, and that means it's you. It's just you and the practice. There's no guidance from outside. There's no manipulation of the mind. Excuse me. Bit of a cough. Not that cough. So it's simple, and it's I've forgotten the first point. Thirdly, it's effortless. Effortless means it's not concentration. A lot of people come to meditation thinking that they have to try and empty their minds or control their thoughts or get rid of their thoughts, that in a way thoughts are the enemy. So that, trying to empty your mind or clear your mind or get rid of your thoughts, that is effort. It's hard work. TM does not work like that, so we say it is effortless. So we've got simple, effortless, natural. Classic. As soon as I start talking on Facebook, I get a tickle in my throat. So that's what it is. What it isn't is a philosophy. It's not a philosophy, it's a technique. You don't need to buy into some dogmatic sort of framework. You just sit and you do the practice. There's no philosophy, there's no beliefs. You don't need to adopt, you don't need to be positive. Whatever you think about the technique, as long as you do it, it will work because it's natural. It does not require, if you're cynical, it will work just as well as if you're a believer. So it doesn't matter. There's no philosophy, there's no beliefs. You don't need to change your lifestyle. You don't need to become a vegan, although if you are a vegan, that's fine. You don't need to manipulate your lifestyle in any way. All you need to do is sit and do the practice. So no beliefs, no philosophy, no requirement to sit cross-legged. All you do is you need to find somewhere to sit and you close your eyes. So it's very practical. I think that's it. So we've got what it is. It's simple, it's natural, it's effortless. What it isn't a philosophy. It doesn't require you to buy into any sort of dogma. It doesn't require you to change your beliefs or your lifestyle. And you don't need to sit a certain way or find a cave. It's very practical. You just need somewhere to sit. That's kind of it. So as promised, it's a simple one to begin with. If you have any questions, please type them in the comments below. I'll take a little sip of water just to give you a chance to do that. Okay, I think that's all then. It seems like there's no questions. As promised, in future broadcasts, we'll go into much more detail about how TM can help you in different areas of your life, ranging from mind to body to relationships to the environment. And we'll also cover how the technique works, how it works with the nature of the mind, and also how you can go about learning, etc., etc. Okay, question from Leslie. Do I know when classes can start? That depends on the government, basically, Leslie, because at the moment, we have to, the first day of teaching the course has to be in person because it needs to be private and personal, and we don't want to do it online. And so that means we can't teach until we're allowed to go to meet someone like in a classroom sort of setting on a one-to-one basis. We're hoping that will be quite soon. Maybe the 19th of June, because I think that's when shops can open. Maybe the 4th of July, because I think that's when the hairdressers and the beauty salons are predicted to open. So maybe one of those two dates we can start teaching. For the moment, stay in tune on this group, and as soon as if you've been in touch with your local center, they will have you on their database and they will for sure be in touch when they're ready. You can, if you haven't had an introduction to TM, you can get in touch with your local center. They can do the introduction online because that's a prerequisite for learning. So you could get that done now. And then as soon as the doors are open, as it were, then we can start teaching. All the teachers are, like a lot of us are, we're keen to get back to some semblance of normality, as good as can be. So just get in touch with your teacher. Thanks for the question. Keith Andrew is asking, when you say technique, how would you simplify in a sentence the technique? It's a technique to allow you to experience quieter levels of thinking. I think the best analogy, if that was a sentence, I hope, but if you want an analogy, it's the analogy is the metaphor is this of the sea, in that the surface of the sea is active, the seabed is silent. And so as you progress through from the surface of the sea through to the seabed, you experience quieter levels of the sea, the water, you could say. Your mind is similar in that you can be on the surface where it's very turbulent, active. You can also experience thinking or your mind at quieter levels. TM is a way to allow you to experience your mind or your thinking at quieter levels. So it's a way to turn inwards, to come back, to come home, to experience quieter levels of thinking. Hope that was okay. That was more than a sentence. I can't. It's tricky to do in one sentence. Would ongoing support be available after training? Yes. So one of the brilliant things about TM is it, unlike some sort of one-off technique, once you've learnt TM, then your teacher is there for you for life, basically. And there may be a center close to you, and they'll have ongoing meetings if you want to partake. And then your teacher is always there. So if you have questions, your teacher's there, and everything is free for 6 months. And then there may be some small charge if you have, if you want to go to a meeting or have a check-in with your teacher. But at least for 6 months, all follow-up is included in the initial course fee. Okay. Oh, Keith, I'm glad. So I hope my answer is okay. Thank you. Okay. Thanks for your questions, everybody. I think that is about it. I was thinking to do about 10 minutes, and it seems like we have. So we'll call it a day. If you'd like to come back next Sunday, I plan to do these every Sunday at this time, so you can put them in the diary. And I wish you a good week. Bye for now.